My first year of teaching phys ed was 2006. It was at the end of that year into the 2007 then that I decided I wanted to start a business. Now, the reason I came to that conclusion, I had gotten back into bodybuilding. I started competing again in bodybuilding shows, reading a lot of motivational books and whatnot. And it was that summer of 2007 where I said, okay, I'm going to start a business. It's either going to be personal training or it's going to be landscaping. I guess lucky enough or not so lucky for some people, we started Newell Strength. I would drive around in my little Hyundai Elantra to people's homes that had hired me. We'd train in cold garages. We would train, I'd rent space at the gym down the street, and I would train my clients there. And from there, it started to grow. So then we built a 200 square foot section of my parents' basement that was known as the pit. Had the bare bones, equipment, and we would go down there. People would come over. I had about 15 clients, build them up to about 20 clients, and we train in the pit. Best friend's wedding in 2010, I believe it was, and I was talking to another good friend, and he said, hey, why don't you open up a facility where you train athletes if that's what you really want to do? And again, at that point, I was saying that, I'm not sure if I really want to keep going forward with this. So that planted the seed. I looked into getting a warehouse unit, and later within the next year, I had opened the first facility. Midway through the year, I went out to a business mastermind in October, and somebody pulled me aside on one of the breaks. I never saw this person again in my life, and she said, "You're scared. You got to stop teaching. It's holding you back." So my wife picked me up at the airport, and she was very supportive, and we knew that was going to be the plan eventually. I was 7.5 years into teaching, and I told her, I said, what do you think if I stop soon? So again, this is October. So that month, the Friday before Hurricane Sandy, I handed in my letter of resignation. Toughest decision I ever had to make in my life. So I told my leasing agent, I said, well, show me something bigger. So that was when my leasing agent, Rob, took us to the current spot that we're at. And it was 3,000 square feet. I'm thinking, no way I could do this. I'm done. I'm not teaching. I don't have that paycheck coming in anymore. And I brought my father-in-law here with me. We were contemplating what to do, and he looked at me and said, if you're going to do this, he said, do it. He said, go big or go home. Crazy to think about what's taken place in the past 5 years, but I think the journey is only just begun, really, when we look where it's going to go.